Good morning, everybody. I'm Joe. Welcome back to my channel. And today is new tractor day. Finally. I've been waiting for this day for like 5 or 6 weeks. So if you all have been following my last few videos, I haven't been posting a lot, but if you've followed my last few videos, you'd know that I sold my BX1880 about a month and a half ago, I think it was, maybe 6 weeks ago, roughly. And I went over to my dealer to purchase a new tractor. And when it got delivered, it was bent. The loader was bent. And my dealer experience sort of took a nosedive from that point on. And I was literally shopping for a new tractor at another dealer at that point. And I was trying to get my purchase deal on the damaged tractor. I was trying to get that undone with Kubota Finance, and I took my frustration out on the dealer when in reality I think it was more Kubota Finance that was the issue. Nobody at Kubota Finance could get their act together and figure out how to cancel that contract. So it took about 5 weeks to get it canceled. It's finally done. They refunded me my $5,000 cash deposit, and they undid the deal on the old tractor. I decided I didn't want that tractor. It was damaged. It had a bent loader. The dealer was going to make it right. They were going to replace the loader and the loader frame and all that. But after that happened, I started giving the choice of tractor some thought, and I think that I may have jumped the gun on that tractor purchase anyways. It wasn't the tractor that I went into the dealer intending on buying. When I got there, the sales girl said, "Oh, we got this one over here. It's a floor model. I can price it." You know, it's a much larger tractor than I was looking to buy. And she made the deal sound so enticing that I just jumped on it without thinking it through. It was more impulse. And so I think having the bent loader was a good thing on my part, because it allowed me more time to mull over and think about the tractor that I really need for my property. And so now I got a new tractor. You're probably wondering what I buy. What did I buy? And before I get into that, I want to talk about the 1880, because it was a good little tractor, especially for an entry-level first-time tractor owner. And you all might be wondering, would I buy that BX tractor again? And, given, what I know now, when I first bought that 1880, I knew nothing about tractors. I bought the smallest, the cheapest tractor I could get into that would get the things I needed done in the moment done. And the 1880 fit that bill. And so you're all probably wondering, would I buy that tractor again? So let's go over to the new tractor and let's talk about that. Into the backyard here, just because the sun is just a little too bright at the front side of the property right now, and I think it's going to interfere with the lighting on this video. So all right, here we are. All right, before I show you the tractor, I have to point this out. I just noticed it as I was pulling around the back, going over by the neighbor's yard right now. It's probably a bad idea because these things can get a little vicious sometimes, but there's a big old, oh, where did he go? There was a big old wild turkey back here. I think he went to the other side of the fence there. Let me see if I can get a visual on him. It's a good thing the dog's not outside, because she'd be looking for him. Where'd he go? I think he's over here somewhere behind the shed, maybe? Huh. He disappeared. Oh, there he is. He's down in the woods now. Oh, there he goes. trotting down. Let's see if I can get him. There he is. You can see him now. See him down there? Big old wild turkey. Ooh, he's a big one. It's a good thing I'm not a hunter, or he'd be a dead turkey and he'd be in my belly. Yeah, there he is. He's down by that tree. Can't really. All right, I was hoping to get a better shot of him, but anyways, there he is. All right, let's get back to the tractor. Okay, so back to the question at hand. Would I buy the Kubota BX tractor again? As you know, my first one was the 1880. And spoiler alert, I did buy the BX again, only I bought a larger one. I went all the way in on the BX line and I bought the 2680. Let me show you what I have. Here it is. There's the new beast. The Kubota BX 2680. There you go, 2680. So, as you know, the tractor that I purchased that was damaged was a B2601. And when I went over to purchase a new tractor, I specifically went in there looking for a 26 horsepower tractor. I wanted the most horsepower I could get without going over the emissions guideline or whatever it is. You know, anything over 25, I think, horsepower or 26 horsepower requires emission controls and DEF and all that stuff. And I wanted as much horsepower as I could get, specifically because I wanted to run some rear PTO implements, things that I never thought I was going to want. A PTO wood chipper probably is the main thing that I want to run. And then I may also want to get either a flail mower or a brush hog. And the reason is because I want to get down into the woods here and I want to start clearing out. That's a pretty big slope. I might have to get wheel spacers, but I want to get down into the woods and clear out some of that land down there. And then you can see some wetlands here, but there's a land strip that crosses over it. And then we have a couple more acres on the other side of the wetlands that are they're sort of like up, you know, up in elevation some more. So once you cross over the land, there's a little slope that goes upward, and then we have more acreage. And I want to try to clear out down here, and then I want to clear that land strip that's all overgrown so that we can cross over and access our other land. And so I'm not sure which implement is going to be the best one for that. I'm thinking either a brush hog or a flail mower, but I'll figure that out at a later time. But that's the reason I wanted to get a bigger tractor with more PTO horsepower. The loader itself was fine. I never felt like I needed more. You know, it'd be nice to have a little bit more lift capacity, but I've never really needed more lift capacity. The 1880 lifted everything I needed it to. There might have been one or two times where I wish I had another 100 pounds of lift capacity, but from what I hear, you can jack up the hydraulics on this and it will give you a little bit more anyways. So, so the tractor, the features that I got right now, I got the 54-inch mower deck. I wish I had bought the 54-inch mower deck on the 1880 because then I could have kept it and just transferred it over to the new machine, because the buyer that bought my 1880 didn't want the mower deck. He offered me $500 less to buy the tractor without the mower deck. And I probably, if I had bought the 54-inch deck instead of the 48-inch deck for that machine, I would have probably taken that deal. It saved myself a little money, but it is what it is. You know, I did think about getting another brand of tractor. I looked at Deere before I bought my first Kubota, and I didn't particularly like the John Deere. You know, for whatever various reasons, probably because I don't like the color green, but you know, it is what it is. I thought about looking at the Coyote brand. I did look at the Bobcat brand because there's a Bobcat dealer on the same block as my Kubota dealer. So I stopped in there and I looked at them. And from my understanding, the Bobcat and the Coyote are the same tractor. They're just rebranded. The Bobcat is a rebranded Coyote from what I understand. So the Bobcat did not appeal to me. I didn't like it. I was thinking about looking at a Mahindra and a TYM tractor, but both of those dealers were like well over an hour to an hour and a half away from me, and my Kubota dealer is 10 minutes down the road. So, so here it is, the B2680, BX2680 rather. And what I kept when I sold my other tractor is I kept the heavy hitch bracket in the weight bar. I'll probably get a quick hitch at some point when I start getting the implements for the rear. I'll probably get the quick hitch. I'll probably get some wheel spacers. It's my understanding with the 54-inch deck, I can only go 1.5 inches on the wheel spacers, but you know, just getting 1.5 inches on each side, that widens the track of the tractor by about 3 inches, which should help with stability going down this hill, theoretically. We'll see. And yeah, that's it, man. I did get the third function again. I got it on the 1880 also with the intention of getting a grapple, and I never got it. I'll probably get the grapple. I'm going to need the grapple at some point this season. I probably should have just bought it and financed it into this deal, but I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want my payments to go above a certain point, so I figured I'll just pay cash for it. I'll probably go buy it in a couple weeks or a month. My dealer offered me a really good deal on the Land Pride grapple, but I'm still undecided on whether to get the Land Pride or to get something a little more heavy duty. But anyways, that's it. So the features I got were the 54-inch mower deck. I did get the bucket level indicator this time. I didn't have that on my 1880. And here's the hydraulics for the third function. It's the standard 48-inch bucket. And I went with turf tires. And boy, was that a tough decision. I really, really, really wanted to go with the R14s for the traction going down into the woods. But 90% of my work is going to be up on my main property with grass and mowing. And so, you know, my common sense kicked in, and at the last minute I said, you know what, I'm better off staying with the turf tires. The BX turf tires on the 1880 were great for mowing. They were great for plowing snow. And if I find that I need a little bit more traction down in the woods, you know, maybe I'll just go buy another set of tires and wheels, because, you know, for an extra $600 or $700, I can buy a whole new set of 4 wheels. So anyways, let me flip the camera around and wrap this video up. So there you have it. Would I buy a Kubota BX tractor again? The answer is yes, and I did. So I love the Kubota brand. I probably, for as long as I am a tractor owner, I'll probably be a brand loyalist to Kubota. I just, my experience with the 1880 was so positive that I really didn't seriously consider any other brand. So anyways, thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe. There's going to be a lot more tractor videos to come. I have 20 yards of dirt getting delivered tomorrow to do a little bit of grading around the garage and over back by the fence. Some areas that didn't get done during the initial grading a couple years ago, and I'm going to get that done. So I'll, you know, the next couple weeks are probably going to be either primarily tractor videos or some motorcycle content, because the weather's getting nice and I'm going to start getting out and riding soon. So thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe. I appreciate all the support. We'll see you on the next video.